This picture right here of Nolan Wells and the group of boys in the pool, it changes everything. Because this picture was taken after Nolan Wells left the island. Remember when Nolan Wells' best friend JBion Williams said this?
I want to say around 3:40, 4 o'clock, an altercation had happened between one of my other friends. I don't want to say his name, but he had got an altercation. So I went and checked on him for about 20 minutes, 20 to 15 minutes. I came back, Nolan's boat and the people that he was with were gone.
Yeah, that's right. He said around 3:40. He didn't see the two boats and didn't know which one Nolan Wells took off in. And we're getting back to this picture. This was at Evan's house. And witnesses that was there confirm this picture is real. Better yet, Evan confirmed this picture was real because he posted it on his Instagram. But he deactivated their Instagram. But one thing about Instagram, they have an app called Threads. In Threads, he forgot to take this picture down until everybody noticed that Evan still had this Threads account public. So Evelyn did what any guilty conscience would do. He deactivated that Threads. Now the witness that was there said this. Alasia Spencer says, bro, No didn't get into a fight. And if y'all don't know who No is Nolan. This is the nickname that his friends and family called him. No didn't get into a fight at the island. It was our other friend. No and Wyatt did get into an altercation. Right after that, not even 10 minutes later, because Wyatt took his phone and Evan was trying to be hard. Nolan was definitely screaming, give me my effing phone back, N-word. What the hell wrong with you? So they calmed down. So that's when we head to Evan's house. So they left the island. Remember, Javion Williams said he didn't see the two boats when he had got back around 3:40.
I want to say around 3:40, 4 o'clock, an altercation had happened between one of my other friends. I don't want to say his name, but he had got an altercation. So I went and checked on him for about 20 minutes, 20 to 15 minutes. I came back, Nolan's boat and the people that he was with were gone. But the thing about the two boats that I said, there were two boats tied up. So therefore, I didn't know which boat Nolan exactly was on because they were both tied up.
So they calmed down. So that's when we head to Evan's house because he was throwing a pool party. So yes, No came to the party, and yes, we was drinking. But Wyatt and Evan and Morgan and Andrew was really high. And I think they was trying to get Lucy and Natalie to try some as well. But yes, they got into it again at the pool party, and it didn't end until almost 1 a.m. I know Evan's mom kicked us all out once they started fighting. It was Andrew and Evan and Wyatt and Warren was basically recording and laughing, saying, get him. And all I could hear was No screaming, mom. So yes, I tried helping. Then his mom come out screaming, yelling, drunk. Make us leave, and was saying she was gonna call the cops on us if we didn't leave her house. But they didn't let No leave, and No was by the basketball goal that was inside the pool. He was leaning over beside it, gasping for air and spitting up blood. But now his mom know. I just got off the phone with her. That's interesting. We believe Nolan Wells was left on the island, but it seems like his dead body was returned to the waters of Horn Island. It's interesting. Warren Mama was the judge that came and applied an alibi for the friends and her child. And the sitting judge couldn't do that. It's a guy named Trent Out Loud that pointed this out, and the judge came up and spoke about the illegal involvement that Warren Moms had and made when she made this post.
The fact that she put out this statement on this kind of presentation that looks like it's an official presentation with the scale of justices underneath, and it looks like it's something official, that alone is not law-abiding. But like I just said to you, this is Mississippi. This is how to get down. And nobody is going to stop them. Listen to the video.
Judge Ashley Cole, the stepmother of Warren Hudson, issued a statement, and it is problematic. I want to focus on how the law is implicated in some of the things that she said. Canon 2B of the Mississippi Canons of Judicial Conduct says, judges shall not allow their family, social, or other relationships to influence the judge's judicial conduct or judgment. Judges shall not lend the prestige of their offices to advance the private interests of the judges or others. Now, take note of the fact that she didn't use official court letterhead here, but it might as well have been. She's advertising the fact that she's a judge. It's a picture in the courtroom, and at the bottom she has the scales of justice. Best practice would have been to say nothing. She could have used personal stationary letterhead. She could have just used her name, but instead she implicated her office. I'm a judge. I live in this community. I care about justice. A judge must not testify voluntarily as a character witness, because to do so may lend the prestige of the judicial office in support of the party for whom the judge testifies. So she can't be a character witness. Maybe she can be a fact witness if she's subpoenaed. Canon 3B9. A judge shall not, while a proceeding is pending or impending in any court, make any public comment that might reasonably be expected to affect its outcome or impair its fairness. I would argue that she's poisoning the jury pool. Canon 4. A judge shall so conduct the judge's extrajudicial activities as to minimize the risk of conflict with judicial obligations. Like I said, there's lots of problems with the statement. Some are substantive. I'm going to talk about those later. A lot of them are legal, but you should know that the fact that the canons have been violated doesn't mean automatically that the judge is going to be disciplined for them. Someone has to actually report those violations so that it can be investigated by the commission. And that report would need to be made to the Mississippi Commission on Judicial Performance, which has a website where you can locate report forms and information on how to go about making that report.
If y'all didn't pick up what he put down, the someone that needs to report these things is us, because he can't do it because he's a sitting judge within that county. What do y'all think about all that is coming out? And do y'all believe that Nolan Wells will get justice? Or are they going to say he had alcohol and substances in his system, which is what caused a freak accident of him drowning? Even though we have these images of Nolan Wells leaving that island. Now we need to understand from the parents, where did they track his phone to? Because Life 360s have a history tracker of where that phone has been. When she seen his phone on land, it was probably his phone on land. See, how they got his phone was from the party. It's all making sense now. This is why they was able to get his phone. He didn't leave his phone on the boat. He was on the boat with them and got to that particular party, and the altercation and the fight broke out where they recorded. They need to subpoena the phones. They need to subpoena the phones of everybody that was at that party and on that island. It might take some time, but it's going to get down to the truth. You can't delete everything. You can't hide everything. The more and more these authorities get on the tail to really what's happening, more people are going to start to break. More people are going to start to talk. And the judge did an ignorant mistake, just like the Judge Roach when he got on camera and did an interview and was proud of the results. You wasn't supposed to give an opinion as a judge. You went to school to be trained on how to act as a judge and leave the emotions out of it, even though we not ignorant enough to think they will actually do so. But don't be ignorant to get online to prove a point to your constituents. But if you're going to get online and prove a point to your constituents, please make the mistakes these two ignorant judges have made. Make sure you get your black on black love hoodie and t-shirts. I had to put it at the end because if you here at the end, then you rock with me. And y'all know what this stands for. It's going to be pinned in the comments. You can go to 95way.com or you can see it on the screen. I appreciate y'all, but let me know y'all thoughts.